You can't fucking stop the fucking signal, yo. All right, so we were talking about teenage werewolf. I was a teenage werewolf. It was definitely a Wolfman, but it was based on puberty. I'm not even sure how he became. Oh no, he did because it was a science experiment. Somebody was injecting him with something to work on his rage, and because to be honest, he was a dick. Like even before he was
fucking signal.
What?
Yo.
What?
All right.
What?
So we were talking about.
Hang on.
Teenage werewolf. I was a teenage werewolf.
Stop what you're doing because I'm about to ruin the image and the styles that you used to. All right. That happened. That happened. But we're still going.
Yep, I got you.
So yeah, it was based on puberty. Michael Landon, dick. But it was amazing how that movie influenced so many other things. John Landis's Thriller, Stephen King's It, which I don't think was Mick Garris, but whoever did It did an amazing job. But they also, it literally became I Was a Teenage Werewolf. So I believe they were watching that movie in the movie, and Seth Green's character Richie got scared of it, and that's why it chose to be that. But it's the Letterman jacket and the Wolfman look, which is very iconic, almost more iconic or equal to, I'd say, Lon Chaney Jr.'s Wolfman. Like people know that they might not know the movie, but they know the look of it. And Thriller did a big job with that. So yeah, we got that movie out of the way. So there'll be 3 more movies on my list that we'll do next time before we do the big show where I eat gravy nuggets. Question me.
Or Rhonda Hickens thinks that perhaps you could just have some chicken fried steak and then put gravy on them. Yums, LOL for poop.
So we've got dates in gravy, tofu in gravy, nuggets in gravy, McDonald's specifically, I'm loving it, and chicken fried steak split up into gravy. So what I'll do is I will eventually do a poll, and probably a lot more fans that don't watch this show will probably comment, and it'll probably be pretty terrible for me. Because they like to see me in pain. Thus, the Skeleton Key franchise is still alive. Question me.
We are up to date.
Holy
so
shit!
Going with this show's questions.
Oh, now we finally got to the show's questions. What?
So excited.
I'm so excited. Part 6 is going to be the best part, just so you know.
All right. Oops. Let me go. Well, I'll start with this one since I want to mess with it. Nicole Shampoo. CHAMP.
I do not know.
Shampoo.
We hope we're saying that correctly.
I'm probably not. But do you think the Wolfman or the werewolf Wolfman mythology was shaped more by Freudian theory or Jungian theory?
Ooh, I know Freudian, but I'm not entirely too sure about. Is it Jungian? Is what she said?
Yes.
I'm not too clear on what that is. But no, I think it's a lore that every culture seems to have and every country had that goes way back. Native Americans were talking about it. Scottish people were talking about it. African, but they all chose the wolf. And I think that's just because the wolf, it's common. On most of the continents, there is some version of wolf. But it's kind of like Hyde was definitely like a Freudian kind of take, where Wolfman is, or at least it depends on where you're coming from, because there's the demon lore where it is demon possession and animal possession, and that is the Wolfman. So that is very religious oriented. And then there's the psyche one, that you've become so close to that animal that you've become that animal. That gets a little bit more into the psyche version of it. And then you have the disease or the curse. You've been bit. It's something you don't want. It's invaded your system, and you're murdering and reacting to that very, very poorly. So yeah, I think because there's no set story or set point of where all this comes from. There's a lot of different answers to that question. But thank you for joining the show, and I hope you keep watching.
Talk about something else.
I will talk.
I can't find the questions from the other 2 things that we just did.
Oh, just go to the Darkstone page and scroll down. They should.
It's the Darkstone. I just have the part 3. Oh, here's part 2. I just refreshed it. Sweet.
We got you. We're back. We're back and better than ever. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, right.
This is the Elemental set behind me, and actually part of it is what is his character's name from Gravebit? Sheridan. Sheridan's background as well. So this is the background for 3 shows, and probably will be many more. Yeah, hit me.
All right, Stephen Har. What's your favorite least of the Wolfman?
Different from Werewolf. This is just specifically talking about Wolfman. I don't like, I guess, the fact that he is just an uncontrollable creature. I think it's a lot cooler when he's more based on the person that he is. So if he's a bad person, he's a bad wolf. He's a good person, he's a good wolf. Because you want to have a Wolfman as a good guy so bad, but it doesn't allow you to do that with the lore because they essentially just become bloodthirsty, vicious creatures, which is kind of like a tornado just kind of rolling through and just messing up whatever gets in his path. So that would be the thing, which I may or may not address. I mean, every movie seems to be kind of pointing me in one direction, and since there isn't a base of the lore, well, actually, since there isn't a base of the lore, I might be able to do either. I don't know, Steven. You and I will have some drinks, and we'll figure this out together.
I don't think he drinks. Does he only drink Coke?
You only drink? Well, you'll have a Coke, and I'll have a Coke with some extra Coke in it. Wait, let me clarify. I don't do drugs. Rum and Coke, possibly, because that would be the way for me. But no, it's I don't know exactly where to go with it, and because that is the aspect that I don't like as much. But at the same time, if that's where everybody's coming from, I need to figure out a way to learn to like it, so that my story flows better. So yeah, we'll work it out.
Okay, Nicole Shampoo. By the way, Oliver Reed, as Bill Sykes and Oliver, had a club which he called Jimmy. Do with that information what you will.
He named I think I remember the sticker or the club that he actually had. I can't remember. I didn't know his name was Jimmy. All right, or I didn't.
The club was Jimmy.
The club, like,
yeah.
But not the club that they don't go to a club. They go to those weird pub things. But the club itself, the physical,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why it was called Jimmy. That's interesting. I wonder if that's like a Hammer film inside joke for those guys, or like maybe they called, like, Chipstick back then Jimmy. Like maybe that was the name of a of one of those, because they have eventually they call them like peacekeepers. I think that was another name for the baseball bat that's under the bar. So maybe it was a name like that. I don't know. That I will maybe look into that, or you can look into it and post in the comments, and then we'll all learn something together.
Yay for learning.
Yes, that's why we're here.
Stephen Hart did look up Benicio del Toro is the Wolfman.
Yes, and he was fantastic. He was very, very good.
I like him anyway.
Yeah.
I think he's a good actor. And I think that is it.
Are we all caught up?
I think don't.
Not yet.
Keep turning things down. Let me make sure.
This is sponsored by, no. There it is, Diet Dr. Pepper, which is backwards for me. I don't know if it's backwards for you guys, but that gets really confusing because my face feels funny.
Or you like a clown?
Mm-hmm. Me and Pesci.
Okay, Nicole just posted a comment.
Okay, Nicole.
Jungian theory outlines, among other things, the idea of the shadow or other self of which the conscious self is not aware.
Oh, well, it does. I mean, it does lend to that a little bit, because especially in there was a TV series called Werewolf, where that was the concept. If you were a good wolf, you were a good person. If you were a bad wolf, you were a bad person. But it wasn't, you didn't have control of the wolf. Like, it wasn't like your conscience wasn't with it, but it was kind of like a version of your subconscious would take over. So I think it's been done that way as well. So I would definitely say yes on both, to be honest.
And we are caught up for the moment.
Took us 3 parts. We got it done. In a couple weeks, we'll post on here when the next show is going to be, where I'll be going over the remaining of the 10 movies. I think there are 3 more movies I'll be going over. And then we will have, then I'll go away for a few weeks, maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks before we do the final show. And then we'll move on to our next monster. And then after the next monster, after we get through all the individual monsters, we'll do versus films. And then we'll do monster mashups, where it is 3 or more in the production together. Thank you guys for hanging out with me and going through all this. And I know it's been difficult because we have to keep doing new videos, but we'll get it all figured out. All last year we had it worked out. We'll get it worked out. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in a couple weeks. Da, 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 da.